yeah, so it's like basically there's so many of these kinds of people, and by the very nature of, you know, being fake, that it's like it's kind of hard to know who you're dealing with. And, you know, personally, I'd be like, yeah, like, I don't necessarily think it's like everybody or everybody's out there trying to be fake and trying to get one over on you or whatever. But I do think that it's like there's enough people like this that to the point where it's almost kind of creepy, like it's almost kind of spooky, that like you could be talking to people or whatever and they're being perfectly nice to you and you're having a conversation or whatever like that, and then you then see them be enthusiastic about talking to someone else, like, oh, how are you doing, it's good to see you, whatever, and you know fine well they don't like that person because they literally told you, they're like, we don't like so and so because they did such and such. And I can think of an example like that, and personally I was like, well, it doesn't really seem like that person did very much wrong or anything like that, but these people are saying that they don't like this person, so I'm like, okay. And then I see them interacting, and they're like super, super nice, and like, oh, you know, how have you been, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I see them interacting like that, and I'm like, well, when they're nice to me, then how am I supposed to know that that's real? You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to know? Because I've seen them be fake with other people. And then it makes you realize, like, okay, so that's how it is with them. And I know not everybody's like this, but there's a lot of people who are like that. So then that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a kind of creepy feeling, like it's spooky. I'm like, who can you trust? Do you know what I mean? There's so many people going about out there in the world or whatever, and you might think that like you're on good terms with them or whatever, but really you're not, like, because you've done something or said something or whatever, and they don't like you, but they're not going to tell you. And I don't think that like if you dislike someone you should be mean to them or whatever. You know, I don't think that, but I don't think that you should be all super friendly and everything, and you know, like I don't think they should be doing that either. And I think that's kind of, it's wrong, because then again it calls into question like everybody that they're nice to. And I'm like, well, you know, like how can I trust them or whatever, you know? So I can just think of so many examples like that, you know, to the point where like it is this kind of effect. I think it has this kind of psychological effect where you're like, yeah, like it's fake out there. There's a lot of fake people, and I'm not very good at playing the game, like playing the social game, being able to be fake, being able to be like sneaky like that. Like I'm not a good liar. I don't really have much ability to like pretend. Like if there's someone I don't like or whatever like that, I'm not gonna be mean to them. I never want like to cause drama or anything like that. But like I don't have the ability to pretend to be like super nice. I just can't do it. I don't know why, but I can't do it. But some people are so good at it. Some people are so good at it. Maybe they enjoy it. Maybe some people actually enjoy being fake like that. Like they maybe knowing that they're getting one over on this person because they're being nice, but they don't actually like them. So they might actually enjoy being able to be fake like that, you know. And it's like there's something very yeah, it's like just cold about it. It's not like good energy. It's bad energy. It's like snake energy. It's not like heart energy. It's like more cold, you know. Like to be fake like that and to play like social games and stuff like that, you know. Like it really, really is. And sometimes, well, you pick up on it, but it's like it's too late or whatever. Like this doesn't really happen so much anymore, but when I was younger I'd be like way more trusting of people and stuff like that. So you'd think somebody was totally cool, like everything like that. Again, you know, you might have a mutual friend or whatever, and then they're saying loads of bad stuff about that person, and you're like, okay, obviously this person doesn't like so and so anymore, you know. They're making that perfectly clear, they don't like them, whatever. And then the next thing you know, like, oh, so is it so and so's house? Like, it's going years ago now. I'm like, wait, you be at their house like slagging me off, you know what I mean? I'm like, at that point, you know, like I had to cut that off, and I'm like, well, can't associate with this person. I can't, because I need to know where I stand. You know what I mean? So, but it's just like that. It might not even be like actual friendships or whatever, or anything that deep. It could just be, you know, like community or whatever, people you know, people you see out and about, but they're good at putting on a pretend, but they talk a lot of shit about people, basically, you know, and it's like, you know fine well that you're on the shit list, but they'll be fake to you though, you know, and it's like I'm saying, it's not that like, they'll be like, hello, whatever, like, I see these people, and it's like, they'll have like full-blown conversations with people, and often it's like, they're just trying to get intel. That's one thing I've noticed, that people are trying to get intel on people, they're trying to get the information, they're trying to get the gossip or whatever like that, so that's why you gotta be really careful what you tell people, like, especially about yourself or your opinions or your plans. I say keep your plans to yourself, only share them with like people that you really trust, like your inner circle or whatever like that, but like, any moves that you're planning to make, like anything, like, keep that locked down, you know, because people are going to be pretending to be nice and stuff like that to you, but really they're just trying to get information on you, and that's the sad thing, you know, it really is. So it is unfortunate, but like I'm saying, some people are they're so good at it, like they're so good at playing this kind of social game, and then I'm really, like I'm saying, I'm really not. I'm really not, and I think people can pick up on that as well, you know, but I suppose, you know, if you ask the average person, they'll probably tell you, like, yeah, I'm honest, I'm an honest person, I'm more honest than average, you know, so, like, but, like, I do feel, you know, so, like, you know, like, do I feel that way? I mean, I feel that, I'm not good at playing fake pretend or whatever, and, you know, that can get me into trouble or whatever, because I can't play the social game, and you need to be able to play the social game, at least to some extent, you know, and I find that very difficult. So, I mean, it is tough like that, but like I'm saying, it's like the world that we live in is that you just can't trust everybody. Obviously, we know that already, but like, that's what I'm saying, there are certain tricks or whatever that people will use to kind of, because everybody kind of knows that anyway, like I'm saying, everybody knows that you can't be too trusting, whatever like that, but there are certain psychological tricks that some people will employ in order to make you think, well, this person's different, you know. They might be different, like, there's a lot of good people out there, you know, but they might not be. It's really hard to tell difference sometimes, you know. It really is. And so yeah, and that's another thing some people will do. They'll give information out about maybe them, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but they'll kind of give some information, and it's like they kind of do that because they're trying to get you to do the same. You know, kind of like, well, I'm opening up, I'm sharing, I'm saying something, so this is what we're doing here, so. And that's a trick I've known about for a long time, you know, so, but it's something that some people do, so you gotta watch out for that, people that overshare too quickly, you know, and I think that's probably what the agenda is, you know. But that's just basically it. I mean, that's basically the video, it's just my thoughts, like I'm saying, like, yeah, obviously some people are fake, and some people are so good at pretending to be nice when they're not nice. And like I'm saying, it's the appearances and everything can be deceiving. So don't think, oh, this person's nice. They might be, but you don't know that for a fact. So you definitely be nice back or whatever, you know, to people. Like, I'm a huge advocate of that. You know, even if you think the person might be kind of fake or whatever, I'm like, I'm still going to be nice back. But I am going to be super careful. And I'm not going to let my guard down or whatever. And I think people let the guard down too quickly, too easily. And that's the thing about some people that aren't so nice. Like I'm saying, they tend to be the more sneaky ones. They tend to be the ones that kind of slip under the radar a little bit. So that's why you got to keep your guard up, keep your information to yourself, whatever it may be, you know. And just because somebody's smiling and being friendly doesn't mean that they are friendly, you know. And that's just a sad fact, you know. So that's just some thoughts that I've got basically on like fake people. So yeah.